briefly, I mean, we're really pleased that we've been able to come along to the International Health Humanities Conference here at Nottingham, and I think your talk today went down particularly well. We have clinicians, we have service users, we have academics from literature, and we have academics from other disciplines interested in literature. We've obviously worked very closely for a long time on issues around mental illness, madness, and literature. What's the one thing, do you think, that you feel the most important thing about literature in relation to madness?
Well, I think it's memorable. I mean, I think that's the main thing. I mean, case studies are interchangeable. Histories are interchangeable. Literature is much more indelible, and that's very significant. But I think a lot of other elements too, social and cultural elements that are brought to bear on mental disorder, and vice versa, are very helpful. When I was starting to do my own work, I had the good fortune of having a fellowship and spending a lot of research time for a number of years at the Wellcome Institute for the History of Medicine in Europe. And that was another place. It was a very special time and place that like Nottingham, brought people together with these different interests. And I thought it was just scholars' paradise. That it wasn't just the access; it was the cross-pollination of all of these ideas. And it's now, alas, coming to an end. I mean, I think that they're going to close it down as an institute, special institute. But out of those interests came all kinds of wonderful, startling new ideas, and I benefited from it enormously. And so I think it's a great undertaking.
The setting at Nottingham University. You seem very relaxed here. Is that the setting, or is it the fact that there's a community of people interested in literature?
I think it's where the community, the setting is a real plus. Yeah, but you can have a beautiful setting in a very nervous place.
Sure.
No, I mean it's wonderful to be around people who have those interests, but who come from all kinds of different perspectives. Because unlike some conferences, there's a real sense of learning going on.
Yeah,
response. Yeah, there's really the dialogic, as we would say, and I think that's quite rare.
What would you like, for new scholars coming through in the hall today? There's quite a lot of young scholars. They're just coming through with their PhDs or following their PhDs. What would you like them to really think about in relation to madness and literature? What's the key thing you'd like them to consider?
What made a huge difference for me when I was starting out with the Wellcome was the encouragement to cross disciplines.
Okay.
And to really have people who have some status, who have some authority, who have some prestige, who can say it's okay to do this. It's empowering. It's creative. It isn't deserting your field. It isn't becoming an amateur. It isn't dabbling in a million different things, but it is a genuinely rich ground for knowledge. And that was what I think was very important for me as someone coming out of a background in literature and literary training, was to be in a place where it was the norm and where interdisciplinarity was seen as such a great opportunity. And when speaking to a broader public was encouraged, and not the academic tendency to speak to a narrower audience and to speak to each other in a more arcane special language. But more and more that it's okay to be aware of these other things. It's okay to draw on all of these different sources. And if you don't know the end of it or the answer of it yourself, there's likely to be somebody else around that can pick it up and help you think in that direction, think through it. That's what I think is really remarkable. I do think a lot of academics still feel very anxious about crossing their disciplinary grounds.
Yeah. Lane Showalter, thank you for this impromptu interview
Thanks.
at Jubilee Campus, Nottingham University. Thank you very much.